how did you learn to manage your time as a young mother and professional?
Ooh, family. It takes a village.
Meet Chani Lyon, your Zen mentor.
Challenging aspects of being a dental assistant.
Understanding the team dynamic and understanding that everybody plays a part. We're all doing the same thing. And without one another, we wouldn't be a team.
Things that you are extremely the most passionate.
Connecting with people. Dentistry is, it's kind of fear-based. Patients are scared. They always tell you, I don't want to be here. Overcome fear, overcome barriers with patients, but ultimately it's connected with people.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I was down, but now I'm up. Yeah.
With over a decade of experience in the dental industry, Shaunie has worked across both general and specialty practices, growing from assistant to leader and mentor. Shaunie is an expanded functions dental assistant, and she has over 200 hours logged as a certified yoga teacher and is a proud member of the American Dental Assistant Association. She serves as the director to the Florida Dental Assistant Association, and she has received training from Bell Leadership and has a strong passion for coaching, developing, and inspiring dental assistants. So happy to welcome Ms. Shaunie to the EG Dominates podcast.
Hi.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
So this is really exciting because you're somebody that I have known for almost close to 10 years. And you also live and work in West Orlando. And we reconnected recently and had the chance to meet up, and you were telling me about kind of what you've been working on and what your passions have been since we last spoke, which has been about a couple of years. Mm-hmm. And I found your story so inspiring that I wanted to have you on so that hopefully you can reach a wider audience and then really kind of share with people what your passions are and what you're trying to accomplish and do here in the future. So really excited for people to get to know you as a person and you as a dental professional. So take us back. I've known you for 10 years. On my show, the whole premise is I like to give people a platform to talk about who they are as a person outside of work, but also to talk about who you are and the things that have to shape who you are as a person from a career standpoint. So take us back to, I guess, are you a Florida native? Where are you from? Where did you grow up? What was like life for you before you got into adult life and dentistry?
So I was born in the Virgin Islands. I was born in St. Thomas.
Okay.
Grew up in Florida, Orlando primarily. From elementary to high school, got married, lived in Texas. That's where I went to dental assisting school. And then life changed and moved back home to Florida. So I've been in Florida since 2011.
Okay, so in Florida since 2011. How did you end up here? How did your family end up here in Central Florida?
So we moved from St. Thomas to Tallahassee originally. And
how big of it? So you moved from St. Thomas to Tallahassee. Mm-hmm. How old were you?
I was like 4 years old.
Okay, so real young.
Very young.
Don't really remember probably anything before that.
No.
You moved. How many years were you in Tallahassee?
4 years. Tallahassee's is boring. So my parents were like, hey, let's move to Orlando. There's Disney. It's more family oriented. There's more opportunities. So we moved down here when I was in about first grade.
Okay.
Grew up on the east side of Orlando, mostly Cimarron area. And then...
What high school did you go to?
I went to University High School.
Okay. Shout out University.
Yep. But then graduated from Olympia. So I kind of have, a little bit of both.
Okay.
And then moved to Claremont. So I've been in Claremont probably the majority of my adulthood.
Wow, I love Claremont. Claremont is a really, really cool place. It's unique because...
It's grown a lot.
It's grown a lot. There's only like 2 ways to get to Claremont if you're not from Central Florida. You have Highway 50 or you have 27.
Yes.
And so I know that with a crazy amount of people that have moved here in the last 5 years, traffic is becoming an issue because the area is building up so much. But it's because Claremont is such a beautiful area. Tell us about what you love about Claremont.
I love the hills. It makes you feel like you're not in Orlando. So when you're driving out, you get to see the beautiful sunsets. And then there's a point in Claremont that if it's a clear day, you can see downtown Orlando. Like you can
Yes,
see
you
the
can.
horizon. So it's beautiful. It makes you feel like you're a little outside of the chaos, even though there's a lot of traffic now. But I live more on the front end of Claremont, Winter Garden area, so not too deep. So I feel like I'm in the perfect spot of commuting into Orlando.
There's a lot of cool outdoor activities that you can do here
Yes.
besides going to one of the theme parks. People think Orlando is like,
Yes.
theme park city, and it is, but one of the allures of Central Florida that most people don't know about unless they live here is just all of the cool nature type things to do.
Yes.
What are some things you enjoy in this area?
Ooh, I like the trail, the West Orange Trail. I usually ride my bike down to downtown Winter Garden, grab breakfast, hang out at the little, they have like a butterfly garden.
Yeah, I've seen that. It's
Yep,
cool.
yep, and then ride back. The farm, Southern Hills Farm, is one of my favorite spots. Pick fruits and hang out and spend time with family. It's
Yeah.
really nice.
It's cool. There's a lot of just unique things depending on what you're trying to, get into for that evening or for that weekend.
Yes.
So it's really cool. So you moved to Central Florida. You graduated from high school. What did you do once you graduated high school? Did you know, like at that point, like that you wanted to get into dentistry, or did that come later?
So I was that weird kid that if I had a wiggly tooth, I would pull it out myself.
Ooh. Uh-oh.
Tie a string, close the door.
Hopefully you didn't pull out any permanent teeth.
I'm like, I can make some money off of this,
Yeah.
I was always curious. I was always a curious kid. I would say probably high school, graduating high school, I was interested in dentistry. I always had a great experience as a kid.
Okay.
Going to the dentist, I remember I always had a great experience. At that time, the dentist did not wear a mask, and I don't think he was wearing gloves. And I do remember him saying, "Shaunie, you have nice teeth." And I was like, "Thank you." Like I had a great experience. So I think it was always an opportunity or something that I would, think of career-wise.
Yeah.
And then I had kids, got married after high school, had kids, and I wanted a career where while the kids were in school, I can work and then I can be at home with them on the weekends and evenings. So dentistry just kind of fell back into place and was the
Okay.
route that I went into.
So that was kind of the allure for you at that point was, wow, this is something that seems very interesting to me. This will allow me to have the quality of life that I need in order to raise kids and to have a family and to be able to turn things on when I'm at work, but be able to turn things off when I leave here.
Yes.
That's key. That's
Yes.
clutch.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes. I always wanted to do healthcare, looked into nursing, like blood, but not that much blood. Even though there's blood in dentistry, is not as much as nursing. So that's why, like I said, once again, it just kind of led me back to dentistry.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So you decided at that point, wow, I think I want to get into dentistry. I think I'm going to be an assistant. At this point, you already had kids. And how many kids did you have? One?
Three.
Two, you have three. Oh my gosh. So 3 kids, and you're starting out as a dental assistant.
Yes.
What were the ages of your kids when you started?
Ooh, they were probably 6, 2, 1,
Bless
5,
you. Man, so you're in the thick of it.
5, 1, it's something like that. Somewhere
Yeah.
around there. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
young. They're young.
Yeah. So they're just, they're all
Yes.
over the place.
Yes.
So you're working a full day, you get home, boom, you're jumping right into the chaos.
Yes.
Having to deal with the kids.
Yes.
Having to make dinner.
Yes.
Having to do the routine.
Yes.
How did you learn to manage your time as a young mother and professional?
Ooh, family. It takes a village. So family, of course, routine, making sure that they are in bed at a certain time and, so I can have my me time and all that good stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you get into dentistry. You start working as a dental assistant. Were you working here in West Orlando?
Yes.
Okay. So
Yes.
working here in West Orlando. And I'm guessing that there's a learning curve, right?
Yes.
You're getting into a new profession. You want to be the best at what you do. There's a learning curve like anything else. for a new dental assistant starting out, what would you say that learning curve, what does that look like?
I would say it takes a year to be a dental assistant. I tell that to all of the new grads. It takes a year. Give yourself some grace. I feel like a year gives you enough time to learn all the procedures, learn the flow of dentistry, anticipate the doctor's needs, understand tooth numbers and all that good stuff. It gives you a good baseline after a year.
Okay.
And then after a year, then you're kind of coasting. You're understanding the procedures and the verbiage and, you know, what comes next, and elevating through what other procedures your doctor offers. Because I think it just depends on the doctor that you're working for. I was fortunate enough to work for a doctor that did everything. So I had endo experience, extractions. He did Invisalign. We did perio. It was lots of things that we did in the office. So I felt I was well-rounded in the beginning of my career.
Which is great.
Yeah.
And exposed to a lot of different things.
Yes.
What would you say is some of the more harder or challenging aspects of being a dental assistant? What's the most challenging or stressful parts of assisting?
I would say understanding the team dynamic and understanding that everybody plays a part. No one's, we're all doing the same thing, and without one another, we wouldn't be a team. So just understanding that somebody may be more seasoned, or they may be fresh out of school, maybe they came from specialty and now they're in general, or whatever the case may be. Like, no matter what our personalities are, what our backgrounds are, we're a team. So we have to be team focused, patient focused, and just understanding a team dynamic. I think that's probably the hardest part.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which is really, it's actually refreshing to hear you say that. Because I think most people that are sitting in your spot in that chair would have said something more clinically related.
Yeah.
But you honed in on something that people maybe not necessarily would think would be a key component to dentistry, and that's the team aspect, right? So for you, I know we're going to kind of get into it and talk about your passions, but would you say coaching and developing and speaking to a team strategy is more important and beneficial than just individual contributors?
Absolutely. Because everybody has strengths and weaknesses. Some people may be good at doing new patients and, creating a great patient experience. Somebody might be just surgery. They want to work with surgery. They might want to work more one-on-one. Some people love root canals, and I feel like sometimes you just have to place people in their strengths so that they can thrive. Not saying that the other person can't learn and they shouldn't learn. They should, to overcome whatever it is that's holding them back, or that they're scared of, or that they don't like. But I feel like partnering teams with strengths is probably one of the best things you can do for your team. Understanding the team dynamic that you have.
You've always struck me as somebody that has a great presence within an office, within a team.
Thank you.
You exude leadership qualities. People gravitate to you naturally because you're an approachable person. You have a warm smile, and you have a lot of confidence around what it is that you do. When it comes to things that you feel like you do extremely well as a dental assistant, things that you are the most passionate about coaching and developing or speaking to, what are some of those things?
Connecting with people.
Okay.
And dentistry taught me that. Actually, let's take that back to my first job.
Bring it back.
Universal Studios was my first job.
Okay. What park?
Islands of Adventure.
Okay.
I worked at the Popeyes ride and also Jurassic Park.
Popeyes ride, you get drenched.
Drenched.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's fun times. 16, working at a theme park. But you're also having to engage with people from all over the world. And I feel like that helped me overcome being awkward or, you know, being able to be social with people, and getting to know people from all over the world. And I feel like that was probably the biggest impact for me to be able to connect with people and connect easy with people. Dentistry is, it's kind of fear-based. Patients are scared. They always tell you, I don't want to be here. And I'm like, well, I'm happy to see you.
Yeah. You're like, okay, all right.
Without you, I'm not here, you know? So I like to break the ice, ask questions, and find out where people are from, you know, what do you like to do? What do you like about your smile? What don't you like about your smile? And overcome fear, overcome barriers with patients. But ultimately, it's connecting with people.
Connecting with people. So you work right now with lots of dental assistants, right? And part of what you're doing and consulting on is trying to bring value through sharing your experiences clinically as well as from a communication and leadership standpoint to dental assistants. What are some of the biggest challenges that you see or hear dental assistants talking to you about?
Ooh. Number one, they're like, I'm not making enough money.
Okay, so the financial aspect.
Yes, financial aspect.
Let's talk about that.
You know, if you don't know your worth, and I feel like dental assistants are probably the number one, like the most trusted person in the dental office. Patients depend on you to give them the okay to move forward with treatment. The doctor will come in and talk about things, but they ultimately look at you and they're like, should I do this? Should I not do this? You know everything. The patient, you spend the most time with them, so you know a lot of the information. And I lost my train of thought.
You're fine. We cut this part out. You're
Okay. Okay. Bring me back to what you.
So what are dentists like? If I'm a dental assistant, like what part of my job am I most frustrated with? Like, what do I want to hear from somebody like you that's going to re-engage me or motivate me or inspire me to be more than just an 8 to 5 dental assistant if I have aspirations of being something bigger and better? Or maybe I don't have aspirations of being bigger and better. I just want to be the absolute best at what I do between 8 and 5. And I want to be irreplaceable. My doctor can never replace me because he'll never be able to find somebody as good as me.
Yes. Ooh, that's good. I would say stay curious, ask questions, take notes, learn something new every day. That's what keeps it fun and exciting. Conversations with patients, keep it about them. Find out about them, you know, where they came from. Ask for advice. I like to ask patients for advice. Patients that tell me, oh, I've been married for 40 years. I'm like, tell me the secret. What's the secret, you know? And it helped me to enjoy connecting with people and took away from the day-to-day repetition, because dentistry is predictable. It's, you know, you're doing the same thing over and over. You have to find new ways of keeping it fun and fresh.
So how many years do you think you spent working that 8 to 5 life where you knew in the back of your mind you had potential that you wanted to unleash? You were just building it up inside of you before you were ready to say, okay, I want to move on to something bigger, different, but still in dentistry, more of a challenge. How many years did it take for you to build up the courage to leave an 8 to 5 in-office job and to pursue your passion?
About 14 years out of the 15. It's been on my heart for probably 11 years. Started my journey of figuring out what is my purpose. Dentistry, obviously, I love dentistry, but I'm like, what is it? What am I supposed to be doing? What am I going to, what's my legacy? You know, what am I going to give back to everyone? And I began my own personal self-development leadership journey, reading, journaling, therapy.
What are some things that you were reading or like to read?
Any type of self-help, leadership, customer service, successful companies, personal development, and just a wide range of personal development books.
Okay.
One of my favorite books that I read, and I still read it from time to time, is called You Can Find Inner Peace. And it's little chapters, like one-page chapters, and I read it, you just digest it, and you meditate on it, you reflect on it. I like a lot of self-reflective journaling, deep diving type of books.
Okay. This is great. How often, I guess, how much time do you think you spend a week on average doing self-development? People ask me this, how much time do you think is an ample amount of time to spend on self-development per week?
Per week. I'll say per day, I would say an hour.
An hour per day.
I get up, meditate, I do some yoga, reflect, journal, go for a walk. I like walking meditation, just to kind of quiet my mind, because dentistry's loud. You hear hand pieces, patients are talking, you're talking. Depending on where you work, you might have an earpiece in your ear, but you're communicating all day. And so quieting the mind is my personal development, because it helps me to tune back into myself.
Okay, which is fantastic.
Yes.
Good. All right, so 14 years.
Yes.
You're like, okay, I'm ready to make a leap.
Yes.
What is it in your mind that you wanted to accomplish? And where are we at today with that?
So it was leading up to my 40th birthday. And I'm like, Shaunie, it's time.
Wait, you're older
I'm 41.
You're older than 40? What am I doing wrong with my life? I feel like I have way too much wrinkles and baggage. I used to be way too good looking for this and then all this. And I have guests on my show. She looks like she's like 33 years old. And she's like, I'm 41. Good for you. I want to drink the same water. I need the same skincare
I'll give you my skincare routine.
Please. Okay. So.
40th birthday. And I'm like, it's time. I have to do it. It's been on my heart. It's been on my mind. I've been journaling. I'm like, because I've been praying. I'm like, God, what is it? What am I supposed to be doing? And it's like leadership, dentistry, connecting with people. And I'm like, but what is it? You know, I enjoy connecting with people, team building, creating systems. I like building the dynamic between the doctor and the assistant, because I see the gap. I see the gap of doctors will go off to a course and they want to invest in more procedures, or they invest in equipment, but then there's a gap between teaching the assistant how to utilize it, how to incorporate it into the workflow, systems. It could be even onboarding. I see doctors struggle with keeping team members, high turnover. And then on the other aspect, I hear assistants telling me, I want to make more money. I wish I could grow more. I love my doctor. I love my team, but I don't feel fulfilled anymore. I feel burnt out.
I hear that a lot.
I feel bored out, because bored out is a thing too.
Mm-hmm.
You got to be able to engage with your team members and create goals, maybe goals, individual goals, team goals. Like, there's got to be something that you're working towards to keep everybody engaged.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So with all of that in mind, all those things that you wanted to accomplish and do, you decided to start your own company?
Yes.
So what's the name of your company?
Your Zen Mentor.
Your Zen.
Okay. Mentor.
Mentor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
And you have a website?
Yes.
You have social media?
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to be able to display how people can find you, get in touch with you.
Yes.
But if I'm a doctor or I'm a dental assistant and I am interested in learning more about your company, tell us all about it.
So I have a framework, and my framework is the Zen method. So it's the zone of self-awareness. It's who you are as a person, how you show up. Do you show up on time? When you look good, you feel good. Your attitude, how you communicate. More of the personal aspect of leadership. E stands for elevate with strategy. So it's basically understanding the system. So maybe you need to take certifications, maybe courses, just what kind of systems that can help you to elevate.
Okay.
And then the third is nurture and network. Dentistry is a small industry. It's small, but it's large.
Yeah.
So you never know who you may come across. You never know who you may meet. And so being able to, ultimately leadership is yourself, right? It's self-leadership. You are your own brand. You are your own person. You're the own asset that's coming into the practice. So understanding that nurturing relationships with vendors or labs or other offices, specialty offices, you never know who you may run into that you may be able to expand your career or just network in general.
Sure. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So if I'm a doctor or I'm a dental assistant, and I want to learn more about your company and your services, and I go to the website and I learn about it, what are some of the things that have allowed you thus far to help dental assistants and dental teams to make changes and to be successful? Do you have any like specific examples of, I guess, assistants or teams that you've worked with and some things that you've been able to help them overcome?
Yes, absolutely. So I work with both assistants and doctors.
Yep.
So for the assistants, it's maybe helping them with their resume, helping them highlight their skill sets, how to interview, how to speak confidently, how to just understand their value and their worth. I feel like a lot of assistants are, they feel shy. They're just lacking the confidence to just show up and be their best selves. They want it deep down inside. They just don't know how to express it or how to show their value. So I do also have a mentorship where they work with me for 4 weeks. We do one-on-one leadership training, some personal self-development, some depending on what pathway they're wanting to go, if they're wanting to be more lead assistant or if they want to go into specialty.
So you're doing some true consulting. You're probably
Yes.
sitting down with them, identifying specific goals
Yes.
or areas of opportunity or things that they want to get better at.
Yes.
And then you're kind of customizing a one-on-one plan with them.
Yes.
How long does this program typically last?
4 weeks.
4-week program.
Yes, it's 4 weeks. So each week there's something that we're just diving into. I help to clarify their goals. If they want to go into teaching, okay, what kind of certifications that maybe you can take that can help get you there, or in your state, because they're not just in Florida, it could be throughout the United States. What pathways can you go to get you closer to your goals?
That's awesome. I think it's cool because you're the first person I've come across in Central Florida, for the most part, that is trying to accomplish and to do these things.
Yes.
And I think it's something that's very much needed.
Yes.
I think that that being a dental assistant is a very important job that a lot of times, unfortunately, over time, you definitely, like you were speaking to, you get burned out. You get burned out. So I like the fact that you're providing a service where you're trying to re-engage and to reinvigorate these assistants to not only be passionate about what they're doing, but also inspire them to get to the next part of the career that they're trying to advance to.
Yes.
One of the things that I wanted to ask you about is, can you kind of tell us a little bit about what your job and what your experience has been working with the Florida Dental Assistant Association? You're the director. So what all does that mean? What all do you do with them?
So help to bring awareness to the association, help to advocate for them. So giving them resources, kind of the same thing, helping them to connect with people or jobs, or just kind of keeping them engaged in dentistry. Sometimes it could be, I don't want to say boring, but just not engaging, you know?
Yeah.
So I feel like we are trying to kind of revamp the association so that dental assistants feel seen, they feel heard. and then we can kind of re-engage the members.
Gotcha. Now, is that like an annual membership? Is this a group that gets together in person once a year? Like, what does it look like if you're part of this group? I don't know anything about it, so I'm really kind of curious.
Yeah, so they have like webinars, they'll have courses. They actually have a class coming up in January for dental assistants to get together, and I can give you that information as well.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So they'll get together.
Is
and
that local in
Yes,
Orlando?
it'll be in Daytona.
In Daytona?
Yes,
Okay.
in January.
Okay.
Yep. So they'll be getting together and just highlighting different topics, just dental assistants getting together and sharing ideas and talking more about day to day or just learning in general and connecting.
That's great.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
How long have you been working with that association for?
It's been about a year.
Okay.
Yes.
And
yes.
where's it based out of?
So it's based just Florida in general.
Just Florida in general? Okay.
Yep.
And how many assistants are part of that program right now?
Right now it's 55.
So it's very small.
Very
Do you think
small.
it's just people don't really know about it?
I feel like people don't know about it, and I feel like people don't know about it. Early in my career, I didn't really know that associations existed for dental assistants. So I think it's maybe needs to be exposed on social media, just needs to be talked about in offices. I don't really hear doctors talk about their assistants being a part of the association, which would benefit the assistant as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So how long ago did you start your own company?
I relaunched in July of this year.
Okay. So July of this year. And what are your goals, some of your goals or things that you're working on here, say, for 2026 upcoming?
For 2026, some goals would be workshops for dental assistants,
Okay.
webinars, team building courses for offices, just getting together and networking. Having a community is probably the biggest thing, is that everyone can come together and talk and learn and just understand that you're not in this alone.
Yeah, that's a big one. That's definitely a big one.
Yes.
I can't think of how many times assistants leave the office and they probably get in their car and you said you're talking all day, you're dealing with patients all day, talking like no radio,
Yes.
10 and 2 on the steering wheel,
Yes.
driving home in silence.
Yes.
Is that a thing?
That is a thing.
I knew it.
It's a thing. I don't want to hear music.
See?
I don't talk on the phone. And I even sit in my car for probably like 10 minutes before going upstairs, just to kind of decompress.
I do the same thing. I do the exact same
And my
thing.
mom's like, "You're still sitting in the car?" I'm like, "Yes." 5 more minutes.
That's great. If I'm a dental assistant, and let's just say that I work for a challenging doctor, maybe a doctor that come up with a scenario, has a short temper, okay?
Ooh.
Somebody that is quick to, get a little angry, and they take it out on their team. Doesn't happen a lot, I'm sure. But when it does happen, what kind of advice do you give to dental assistants? Because I've been in situations before where it's a high-stress situation, and the last thing you want to do is get emotional,
Yes.
right? It's a tough situation.
Yes.
What's your advice for something like that?
That's a tough one. And I've been in those situations too. Just stay calm and don't take it personal. And then find an opportunity to speak with the doctor in private and just say like, "Hey, is everything okay?" Or just kind of figure out what's going on. Usually I take 24 hours to process things.
Okay.
Because of course the human nature is just to kind of react.
Quick reaction.
Like, what do you mean? What'd you just say? But I'll sleep on it. And if I wake up in the morning and it doesn't bother me anymore, I let it go. If I wake up in the morning and it's still bothering me, I need to talk about it. And if I wake up and I don't think about it and it happens again, then I need to talk about it. So I think you just have to kind of weigh your options, understand the doctor that you're working for. If he needs his coffee or she needs their coffee in the morning, make sure they get their coffee if that's what's going to help them make it through their day. But Honestly, I think it's just don't take it personal. And I think sometimes that we do.
Yeah.
It's a human part of us.
That's a good. Thank you for that, because I'm always curious. Like when you put yourself in different situations, how would somebody react, right? Because we're in a high stress situation, and you want to remain professional. I agree. Probably taking 24 hours to kind of cool down and then revisiting the conversation is probably one of the best things you can do.
But I will also say too, doctors, apologize to your team. Be accountable. It's okay to have a bad day because we all have bad days, but don't take it out on your team because they have as much stress as you do.
Sure.
You know, so I feel like sometimes you just have to kind of quiet the ego a little, you know, and understand that you are human too, and we all have bad days.
For sure. So with relaunching in July, what are you looking to accomplish here before the end of the year? I know you and I were talking a couple weeks ago about this, and you said right now you have consultations, meetings scheduled with some doctors, some assistants, but what are you looking to take on or to manage in preparation for 2026? Are you looking to bring on new customers? If so, what does that look like? How do people get in touch with you?
So first we'll start with a clarity call. So assistants can do clarity calls, doctors can do clarity calls, and we figure out what the goals are. Okay. My goal is working with doctors to bring leadership into the clinical aspect, bridging the gap between the communication between doctor and assistants, systems, change management. What does that look like if you need help with how a consult goes? What is a new patient experience like? Not reinventing the wheel, just kind of fine tuning the systems of the day-to-day so that you can just have a better overall day.
Sure.
Communication between doctor and team, understanding communication styles so that you can work smarter and not harder. And then also to onboarding, because retention is a huge issue. I hear from the doctor side, retention, it's hard to, I have high turnover. I'm like, okay, what does your onboarding system look like? What does, your 30, 60, 90 days look like to keep your team engaged? What kind of goals do you have for them? Or are you just kind of letting them wing it, 1 week of training and then you throw them in there? Let's create a system to where you can keep your employees engaged during that first 90 days so that they stay and they want to grow with you. They understand your why. They understand why you want them there.
You're focusing on a lot more than just dental assistant. You're focusing on the total team aspect, the total team approach.
Yes.
So what you're talking about, the services that you're providing, the experience and expertise that you have specifically doing those things over 10 years, I'm telling you, if you're watching this right now, she's the one. She knows this stuff. I wouldn't have her on my show if it wasn't for that. Just because I know Shaunie for a long time, I've seen her work with teams, I've seen her interact with patients. She's the real deal. Yeah. So I'm glad you're able to verbally articulate those things to the audience. And if you are looking for consulting, if you're looking to level up, I highly recommend you check out Shaunie's website, check out her social media, and definitely give her a call. Have a conversation.
Yeah.
It doesn't cost anything.
Yeah.
It doesn't hurt.
Doesn't hurt.
It only makes you better, potentially.
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So talk to us about when you're not working, okay? What are some things you enjoy? We kind of started out, you're talking about you enjoy living in Claremont and the trails and yoga. Besides that, have you been able to form connections either inside the dental industry or outside the dental industry that have given you peace and comfort in non-dental aspects of your life?
Yes, traveling.
Okay.
I love to travel.
Talk to us about it. Where's your top places?
Ooh, Bali.
Bali?
Yes.
Okay, never
Bali,
been there.
Bali's beautiful.
All right.
Oh my gosh, I love Bali. Costa Rica. One of my favorite places. Very quiet, authentic, genuine. The people are nice. The food's great.
Yes.
Nature's beautiful. So much to do.
Yes.
In the United States, California.
Ah,
I
okay.
like Cali.
What part?
San Diego.
Okay.
I haven't been Northern California, so San Diego's my favorite right now.
California's a lot like Florida in the aspect of it's so big and spread out. San Diego, I'm from Southern California. San Diego is like South Florida, and Northern California is like the Panhandle, right? It's like I'm talking about the Tallahassee side of the Panhandle. It's night and day different. Very, very beautiful, but two completely
Totally different
contrast things. So love traveling. I love that. What are some of your favorite weekend getaway spots in Florida?
Ooh. Honestly, I'm kind of a homebody in that aspect on the weekends. I'm a foodie too. I like to go out to eat,
Okay.
hang out with some friends, and try new places to eat, and kind of tapas style. Everyone's trying new things, and we talk about it and we rate it, you know?
I feel like what you would be really, really good at is creating almost like a culture for dental assistants by like almost creating like your own dental assistant group in West Orlando. Because I feel like there's a lot of like-minded people. I feel like there's a lot of stuff that you do that people want to do. I think people want to be friends with you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
that's
Yeah.
it. Send a DM
Yeah.
to Shaunie. She wants to be
Let's
friends
do
with
it.
you as well. Well, look, I really appreciate our time together.
Yes.
I've always appreciated you, professionally and personally. I think you're a
Yes.
great person. I think you have a
Thanks.
big heart.
you.
I think what you're doing is very admirable. I think that there's a
Thanks.
huge need
you.
for what you're trying to accomplish in the dental industry. I'd also say if you're if you're in the dental industry and you're a dental assistant, and you've never thought about having a coach or a mentor, I think it's something that you should definitely consider. I think if you want to level up your career, if you want to stay engaged, this is definitely a good way to do that. So I appreciate you coming on and sharing the knowledge with us.
Thank
Absolutely.
you. I'm honored to be here.
Thank you. Well, thanks for being on the show,
you.
and I wish
Thank
you all the
you.
best of
I'm
luck in the
honored to be
future.
here.
And I can't wait to see you shine and help dental practices all over Central Florida.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I was down, but now I'm up. Yeah.